Perhaps if I softened it up with some ginger ale.
Well, if you did, I'd order your execution.
I'm surprised he hasn't done so already.
No.
Well, Hamish, is your father still trying to make a Scot of you?
Yes, he is. In some things, I never give up, Michael. You should know that by now.
You were bound to get round to that at the end. Yet again.
Well, it's very important to me. You see, you can help me a great deal.
I think you're wasting your time. You know, as a minister, I may not be loving.
Yes, but they say that your voice is a very powerful one in the cabinet.
All the more reason why I shouldn't listen. Oh, look, it's glorious out there.
At least hear what I have to say.
I need some fresh air. Look, come for a steep.
Well, now?
Well, why not? How about you, Rosalind?
In this?
Oh, coming, Hamish.
I think I'll stay and look after Rosalind.
Well, if I were your age, I'd probably do the same.
Hey! Now, probably on their feet!
We're mad to take this risk. If Sir Andrew knew...
They want proof. Proof positive that this coding system works. Huh?
Hey, Peter.
What the devil's going on here? What's going on?
We have special permission.
Special permission? Haven't I seen you at Sir Andrew's? What does he know about this explosion?
Rosalind.
You all right?
I twisted my knee.
You were away so long, I was worried.
There was a tremendous rumbling. I think there might have been an avalanche. See if you can find Michael. He went on down.
Right.
Sir Michael Foster, Minister of Energy and Power. Something of a skiing expert, I believe.
Enemies?
Not that we know of.
And Rosalind found the body?
Well, Sir Michael was working on a report. Rosalind was helping on the legal side.
Ah, what a way to go. It's not possible. Why ski right through the warning markers?
According to the post-mortem, he'd had a good deal to drink.
To impale yourself at that angle is just not on.
The coroner disagrees. He thinks it was an accident.
And if it wasn't?
No, we don't want to attract that sort of publicity. He and Rosalind were staying with Sir Andrew Kilbrain. Not the most tactful host for a cabinet minister to choose in the light of Sir Andrew's extremist views.
Yes, I've heard about him. Scotland for the Scots.
Yes, but mind you, he's so extreme that even the Scottish Nationalists have thrown him out. No, it is possible that Sir Michael's death is connected with certain other activities. Up north.
Oil?
Possibly. Come over here. Now take a look at that.
Well, there's not much to go on.
No, but you can see the implications. You know how vulnerable those oil rigs are to possible extremist activities. Well, you've seen the latest government legislation. Now, if Sir Michael's death was in any way connected, this could be very big.
When do I start?
Right away.
Controller?
For a number of reasons, I'll handle it myself.
Good. Cover?
Name, Ted Baker.
That's original.
It's properly authenticated. You're a travel agent, interested in setting up cheap package tours to the Cairngorms. All the details are in there. Memorize and destroy.
Mission code name?
Target.
Still here?
Yes, why not?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. My name's Christy Hamilton. Well, as you can see, it's a bit blustery. Still, the beginners will go with my assistant Sam here, and the rest with me. So, shall we get started? I think we'll try Corinne a few tips.
Oi. Can I come with you?
If you must.
Off you go. I'll follow you down.
There was a man down by the lock. He seemed to be searching for something.
Did you get a good look at him?
I would know him again.
Good morning.
Morning.
What happened to your face?
An explosion here last week.
Do you mind if I have a look?
No?
An explosion?
On the loch, below the snow line, about half a mile from where Sir Michael's body was found.
Well, didn't anyone notice?
Not at that time in the morning, only the shepherd. I've packed him off to hospital. The piece of metal and Sir Michael's ski lift pass are on their way to you. I didn't think you'd want the dead fish.
Anything else?
Not yet.
But if we assume that Sir Michael interrupted whoever it was that made the explosion...
Yes, but the point is, does Sir Andrew know what's going on?
I'm sure you all join me in mourning the death of Sir Michael Foster.
Here, here.
He was a good man, an honest man. I was hoping to enlist his help. He could have been a valuable ally in our pressure for self-government. And he could have rallied round some of the other Scots members to make sure that our voice was heard. And what's more important, believed at the right place and at the right time.
How much had you actually told him, sir?
Well, he knew my aims, of course, but then nearly everyone does.
Aye, Scotland for the Scots.
But he had no idea of the persuasive power that we hold in our hands already. I was simply trying to convince him of our determination.
And did you succeed?
No, he refused to listen.
Suppose someone in your government was already aware of our activities.
Now, why do you say that?
Just someone I saw.
Dieter feels there was something suspicious about him.
He was asking questions.
What sort of questions?
Nothing specific.
Ah, you're seeing ghosts. There's nothing up here to connect us with the work on the installations. If they suspected anything, they'd be searching the rigs now, from top to bottom, and we'd know. Now, come on, let's get down to business.
Sir Andrew, exactly the same as he is on the box. Very fanatical. In a charming sort of way.
How did you meet him?
Or through Sir Michael. His office was preparing a report and I was helping on the legal side.
Angus did say. Who's going to finish the report now?
I'm still waiting to hear. I'd rather it was over and done with.
Why did Sir Michael come here?
Sir Andrew was an old friend. Sir Michael wanted some skiing, some peace to work in. Trouble is, he didn't get it, though. Sir Andrew was always forcing the conversation.
Scottish independence.
Oh, what else, knowing Sir Andrew?
Were there any other house guests?
No, just myself and Sir Michael. Oh, yes, and Sir Andrew's son, Hamish. He's half Arab, I think. Lots of people came into the ceilidh. Local doctor, Sir Andrew's solicitor, neighbours. Oh, yes, and a big blonde ski instructor called Christy Hamilton. He was one of Sir Andrew's sergeants out in Aden, I think.
Was this him?
No. But I did meet him, as it happens. Sir Andrew's. His name's Hilberg. He's a hotel owner.
Now, why on earth should Sir Michael go skiing at that time in the morning?
To escape. Sir Andrew was on his old hobby horse again, and Michael had had enough.
Now then, Fraser, what about you?
No, we had no trouble.
You got in close enough?
Less than 250 yards.
Well, the charges are effective up to 500
Yes,
yards.
well, that's the key to the whole plan. You see, none of these explosive devices has to be attached to the rigs. We just quietly sink them close enough to do the damage. It's 1,000,000 to 1 against them ever being found.
Duncan? Aye, it's almost too easy. We drop them from the fishing boat, and the rigs don't even notice.
So, with 7 planted, there are only 5 to go.
7, not enough.
No. Now, we've been into all that. The plan must be completed.
But how long will it take?
We have to complete the Shetland group and the 2 in the Celtic Sea.
Why the delay?
Well, it's a simple matter of lateness in the delivery of the weapons. That's your responsibility, I believe, Mr. Hilbert.
We have experienced some difficulties, yes. Slipping explosives into the country is not an easy matter. But I have been given assurances that they will be delivered within the week.
I don't like the delay. These new protection measures. The RAF are already making regular patrols. How long is it going to be till the Navy get their new vessels? A month? 2 months?
Not until we're ready.
Well, what if the group for the Southwest can't cope?
All the devices will be planted.
No, we should act now.
I agree.
No, I'm running this scheme. No one else. They'll be planted by the anniversary of Culloden.
Well, why Culloden, sir?
Well, what better date to announce my ultimatum? Self-government for Scotland, or one by one we'll destroy their oil rigs. I mean, what a way of redressing that tragic defeat at Culloden 200 years ago. What a way of avenging the tyranny of our old enemy, the English. To possess the wealth of Scotland's oil, and with it, our national pride. To rise again as a great nation. Gentlemen, I give you a toast. To the future of Scotland.
The future of Scotland. Sir Andrew, I understand each explosive has its own coding system, so it can't be set off accidentally.
Yes.
And there's only one master list of these frequencies.
Of course.
Exactly how will you send your demand to the government?
By a letter to the Prime Minister stating our demands and the consequences if these demands are not met, and by a series of anonymous telephone calls to all the newspapers.
Suppose they consider it just a hoax?
Oh, I doubt if they'll treat it lightly. You see, we're in the same situation as a hijacker who's holding up an aircraft. The government can't afford to ignore the danger.
And to destroy the rigs if our demands aren't met.
Well, perhaps one or two of the rigs will have to be destroyed to complete our plan, but only if absolutely necessary. And only after they've been given an opportunity to evacuate the rigs. You see, the key to this plan, gentlemen, is not the destruction of the rigs, which Scotland needs, but the threat of destruction.
Well, suppose you're arrested on suspicion. I mean, your views are so well known.
Quite so. And if you were taken into custody, not one of us could set off the charges without the list of coded frequencies.
Exactly.
Provision for that will be made should the matter arise.
There should be other copies, one for each area if necessary.
Look, there's only going to be one finger on the trigger. That's mine.
You don't trust us.
I trust you all, implicitly.
I think one list is
Gentlemen,
enough.
we all have the same aim. An independent and wealthy Scotland.
Then at least let your son know what it is.
I won't be detained, and that's the end of it. And now, if there are no further questions, I suggest another dram. Oh, you didn't have much to say. Something wrong? If you've got something on your mind...
It's just...
Oh, come on, what's troubling you?
I wish you'd left me out of it.
How could I? You're my son.
The more I hear of your plans, Father, the more I dislike them.
How can you say that? You, a Scot.
Oh, Father, you're driven by such fanatical ideas.
Would you prefer Scotland to remain as it is? The lesser part of a so-called United Kingdom?
Britain is still respected in the world, even now. Break it up and no one will gain, certainly not Scotland.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Violence only breeds more violence, Father. You know that. No one will gain in the end.
Would you do something for me?
Of course.
Give me another drink.
You still have to get those codes.
No problem. Knowing Sir Andrew will be around here somewhere.
I found out a little more about our snooping friend.
Oh?
Yeah, he's supposed to be in the travel business.
Supposed to be.
Check on it. Yeah. He says he's up here to arrange ski holidays. His name is Ted Baker, and he seems to know that girl.
Crowded. Do you mind if I join you? Ted Baker.
Oh, Christy Hamilton. Dieter Hilberg, one of my pupils.
How do you do? Saw you on the slopes yesterday.
Yes, I noticed you too.
And then later down by the loch. Pity it's thawed down there. Could look so beautiful with snow.
With that sort of scenery, it would help to come to Switzerland.
You on holiday?
Sort of.
Business too, huh?
Having a look round.
That's what?
Oh, just about everything. Hotels, ski lift, transport. I'm in the tourist trade. All year travel.
Well, then you and Mr. Hilberg have a lot in common.
Hmm?
Oh, he's in hotels too, in Switzerland.
Yes.
Why do you come here?
What?
If you've got enough snow of your own.
Well, like you, I decided to have a look around.
Hello, Rosalind.
Hello, Hamish.
Nice to see you again.
What are you doing up here? I thought you hated skiing.
I'm just out for a walk.
Why didn't you join me?
I'd love to.
I learned skiing in the army.
Oh, me too. What regiment?
The Gordons.
Oh.
Christy here was Army ski champion for 3 years, wasn't it?
Yes. What happened to your Scots accent?
I was brought up down south.
But you are Scots.
On my father's side.
Where were you stationed?
The Middle East and Cyprus.
Oh, you see much action?
Well, enough.
I was on that tour.
Strange you never met.
Who was your CO?
Collier.
Ah, mine was Cobrain.
Sir Andrew. Quite a character, I hear.
Oh, he is that.
He lives near here, doesn't he?
Yes, about 3 miles up the road.
That's a coincidence.
Influence. Sir Andrew got me the job.
I can't live up to his standards.
Why do you say that?
You don't know my father very well, do you?
No. Do you take sugar?
No. Well, he's had a brilliant career in the army. He's efficient, successful, and I'm a disappointment to him.
I'm sure you're exaggerating.
No, not at all. And on top of that, there's his fanatical feeling for Scotland. And he expects me to be more Scottish than the Scots. I mean, look at me. Do I look like a Hamish?
But you are his son.
Oh, yes. I was born in Aden when his regiment was there. My mother was a local girl.
What happened?
Well, when my father discovered she was pregnant, he paid for everything. My mother didn't want the responsibility of a child, so he sent me to boarding school in Scotland. After that, Oxford, and now I'm wondering what to do with a useless arts degree.
Well, I better be on my way before the slopes get too crowded.
Well, you must come for a run with us sometime.
I'd like to.
I can show you some good runs, a bit off the beaten track.
That sounds fine.
Well, what about now? I don't have any classes till after lunch.
Okay.
Oh, great.
I suppose I should leave home, really. Go to London.
Why don't you?
First, I want to make sure my father's all right.
How do you mean?
Oh, never thought you had it in you, Hamish.
Bye, Christy. Something wrong?
No, just somebody I know. At least I thought I knew.
Who, that man with Christy?
Ted Baker. He arrived yesterday.
Baker, I know that name.
Really?
Christy mentioned him last night. He was wondering who he was.
Well, he's a tour operator.
Christy didn't seem to think so.
Well, how do you mean?
I wonder if they've gone skiing together.
Hamish? Hamish, what are you trying to say?
I just hope he's good on skis, that's all.
He's fine on skis from what I see.
He'll need to be with Hamilton.
Hamish, something's worrying you. What is it?
It's difficult to explain.
Well, try.
My father's got himself into something that I don't think he can handle.
A business deal?
Not exactly.
Well, what then?
All right, let's say a sort of business deal. He's chairman of the board, and the other members are arguing about a course of action he should take.
Well, how do you mean? Who are the other members?
I can't tell you that, Rosalind.
Hamish, what are you trying to tell me?
These other members are forcing the chairman's hand. And in the end, they may even take over.
Yeah. Do you play these sort of games often? Don't move! Should that have been me?
Good of you to come.
Kind of you to invite me.
Would you like a drink?
I don't.
Sensible man.
I like a clear head.
And you look like a man that uses his head. You're in the travel business, I believe. I understand that your firm are thinking of starting package holidays up here. Is that right?
That's the idea.
Do you think they will?
I haven't made up my mind yet.
Please come in.
Thank you.
Now, have a seat.
Thanks.
Well, it's a beautiful spot.
A bit accident-prone.
Not more than the other resorts, surely.
I don't know. I had a near miss today with that ski instructor, Christy Hamilton. But his assistant, Wynne, piled up instead.
Yes.
And then there was you. Poor Sir Michael Foster.
Yes, well, that was tragic. He'll be sorely missed.
He was a fine man.
Oh, he didn't always see eye to eye.
Your political views?
Well, perhaps they were a little bit extreme for him. But he listened most of the time.
Extreme in what way?
Oh, perhaps extreme is the wrong word. Perhaps passionate would be a better word.
About?
I'm a Scot, Mr. Baker. Home rule is something that means a great deal to me.
It all seems to have come to a head since North Sea oil.
Well, that's the means, not the reason.
I don't follow.
Well, where have you been? I mean, this is nothing new. We've been after home rule for centuries. Surely you see the justice in our cause.
I'm a tour operator, not a politician, Sir Andrew.
Well, the whole of Britain's future economy depends on the oil that's under the sea. Our sea, Scotland's sea. So what do we expect in return?
Independence?
Well, it's not too much to ask, surely.
Well, some might think that a parochial view.
Perhaps.
But you and your supporters might have quite a fight on your hands.
Oh, well, we're prepared for that.
Oh, sorry, Father. I thought you were alone.
What is it, Hamish?
Hamilton's here to see you.
I must be leaving anyway. Perhaps we can continue this another time.
Now, ask him to come in, will you please, Hamish? Thank you, Mr. Baker. It's good of you to call.
Pleasure. See you, Christy.
What was he doing here?
Well, after your suspicions, I thought I'd better have a look at him. I think he's harmless.
A dangerous view, Sir Andrew. I don't think what happened to Wynne was an accident.
Are you saying it was Baker's fault?
I am.
What about that near miss he was talking about? Are you suggesting he wasn't provoked?
Now listen, Sir Andrew.
No, you listen to me, Sergeant. You were out to get him. What have you achieved? Now Wynn's in hospital.
Anything new?
Not really. What did you get on that stuff I sent you?
That piece of metal you found by the lock was a fragment of a high-temperature explosive device.
Where would they get hold of a thing like that?
Oh, that's not impossible in this day and age. Although this one is comparatively new.
In what way?
Well, it's a new type of explosive. Very little sound on detonation.
The whisper device. I've heard about it. Any missing from ordnance?
We would know.
Then from abroad?
Well, they probably bought it in Europe. American or Russian made, possibly Japanese.
What about the blood on the lift pass?
Same group as Sir Michael's.
As if there'd be any doubt.
Did you see Sir Andrew?
Yes.
And?
He's very able, intelligent, and crazy for an independent Scotland. Yeah. And he sees a lot of Hamilton and Hilberg.
Well, that ties him in?
Perhaps. But suppose they set up the explosion without telling him, for reasons of their own. Sir Andrew falls on the slopes. Sir Michael skis on and catches them at it.
So he was murdered by the loch and carried back to the ski slopes.
And set up as an accident, without Sir Andrew knowing.
But he is involved somehow. We know that from what his son told Rosalind.
What about that man in my photograph, Hilberg?
He's Swiss. A broker, commutes a good deal to the Middle East.
A broker? Not in hotels?
No. Right. What have we got?
An explosion, a murder, an attempt on me.
And Hamilton and Hilberg working on their own.
I think so.
Waiter, would like to order, please.
Hello, Ross.
Where on earth have you been? It's nearly 9 o'clock.
Are you hungry?
I'm starving.
Well, let's order.
I have already.
Sorry, there's one more thing I have to do. Oh, it's only for a few minutes. Look, and if our friends start to leave, chat them up for as long as you can, will you?
Right.
I phoned the travel agents. They do have a Ted Baker. Confirmed he was up here.
When did they expect him back in London?
Sometime quite soon. Waiter, would like to eat sometime, huh?
Let's forget about Sir Andrew and his pathetic threat to the government. This last instruction from the consortium is quite clear. Now they are satisfied, thanks to our little experiment, that the device works. They want us to continue with the plan as quickly as possible.
But only 7 of the devices are set.
Well, that's what they want.
Well, if we blow only the 7, it's going to mean the rest of them can
rest
carry on...
will follow for sure. Would you stay there as a sitting target? They'll get themselves towed out of there as quickly as possible. And they won't go back in again until they're assured of adequate protection.
Well, that might delay the operation for a long time, but we can't be sure.
Christy, those are the orders. Why are we arguing about it?
The whole point of the thing is that no one... I'll go back to the office. Oh, Miss Mayhew.
Can I have a word with you about my skis? And if I could develop a style along her lines...
Well,
I
look,
mean, that
if you
sort
come
of
along to the
thing.
office at 10 tomorrow, I'll see what I can do.
At 10?
Yes.
Well, I don't think I can make
Well,
it at
that's
10.
all right.
What if I arrive at
Yeah, I'm
about
coming,
10 or...
Miss
11?
Mayhew, it doesn't matter if you don't arrive at all. Excuse me.
Yes.
Electronic multiple frequency detonator, range 5 miles, Japanese.
And?
A letter to Hamilton from a Swiss bank saying that an account had been opened in his name for 100,000 Swiss francs. There was also a map with 12 of the rigs on the major fields numbered.
Is Sir Andrew involved?
I doubt it. If those rigs are destroyed, Scotland loses more than most.
Yeah, well, talk to him again, see what you can get out of him.
Shall we get Hamilton and Hilberg pulled in?
No, not yet. There might be others involved. See Sir Andrew first. Meanwhile, I'll alert the rigs.
These can go. Did you leave this one?
Of course, sir. Baker live here.
Who else?
That's it.
You're going to call it off?
No. We're going to see Sir Andrew now.
I wonder if that's where Baker's gone. With the evidence.
I don't believe it. He was one of my finest men.
Even fine men get greedy. Those boys are playing for a lot of money. Are there any others who could be in it with them?
Oh, no, there can't be. Hamilton, Hilberg, and Wynne, they all worked as one group.
They exploded one of those devices on your lock.
When?
The morning Sir Michael was killed. Not by accident, but murdered by Hamilton and co.
What were they hoping to do?
Report back to the consortium that your radio control system works.
Of course it works.
You could have been bluffing.
I wouldn't bluff about Scotland's future.
Well, now they've proved it, they'll have the go-ahead for destruction any time.
They can't, ever. I have the only copy of the coded frequency setting for each of the devices that was planted.
Where?
In the safe.
Then you must burn it.
Burn it?
Destroy it now.
There's too much at stake. I put too much into this scheme already.
Look, Sir Andrew, if you don't burn it, it's going to...
I will not burn it!
Father, it's all over. They've been using you, can't you see that? Do as he says now before it's too late. If you don't burn it, I will.
This is the product of years of work, years of thinking. It was to be my gift to my country. Her independence.
It could have torn your country apart. So burn it now while you can.
The code, Sir Andrew.
How many rigs do you hope to destroy? How many of your fellow countrymen with them?
As many as necessary.
For more than 30 pieces of silver, eh?
We're wasting time. Come, Sir Andrew, we mean to have those codes.
Never.
Tell them, Father. He burnt them. Baker was here and told us the truth about you two.
He burnt them. We're forgetting about your army training, aren't we, Sir Andrew? Always memorize important orders. That was your motto, wasn't it? You prided yourself on your memory. Write them down. Now.
You have 5 seconds, Sir Andrew.
Leave him. The frequencies are Rig 1, 87.5 megahertz, 37.75, 11.5. Rig 2.
Write them down. And they better be correct. Because we're taking your son with us.
Outside.
Well, get him an anorak. It's going to be cold out there.
Yes?
He left to see Sir Andrew.
I know that.
But he left hours ago. His note said he'd be a half an hour.
Tried telephoning?
Yes, there's no reply. I'm going to go there now.
Keep me informed.
Sir Andrew!
They've got the codes. Who? The Hamilton and the Hillberg. They've got the codes. They're going to blow up the rigs. Now tell Bake. Now tell him now!
How long will it take?
No more than 3 hours.
Target?
Baker. They must be on the way to blow the rigs.
In what order?
I don't know. I saw their map. The nearest rig was Loch Eel. That could be their first target. Get it evacuated and fully alert the rest. And a Navy helicopter.
Why Navy?
Nothing but the best.
All right.
you sure this was the one?
No, I'm not. It's our only chance. Make a search.
Roger.
How far now?
Oh, about 5 miles.
We're in range.
There's Rosalind. She should be in bed.
Don't worry, she soon will be.